Hello and welcome to Chillquarium, a game where the goal is to basically grow fish, try to make as much money as you can from growing those fish and selling them, and seeing how far and how rich you can get and become. Today I kind of want to go over a method for mainly giant fish, but this works for any of the saltwater fish. It also works for the freshwater fish, but the main focus is basically we're trying to get as many gold and potentially rainbows if you get super lucky for the marine dwellers and the giants. A few disclaimers before we get started on this. You are going to want quite a bit of money because the giant packs are $8 billion each, and usually every time I do this, if I'm hunting for a golden giant fish, I drop approximately $100 billion. It depends on how lucky or unlucky I get. Sometimes it could go as high as 2 or 300 billion, even more than that if I'm really unlucky. Sometimes I could get really lucky and get it in 2 or 3 packs, which obviously that's what we prefer. But RNG is RNG. It will either benefit you or it will be the cruel mistress that RNG can be. So as you can see right now, if I go over here and I organize my fish, I have quite a few golden giant fish. And the way I got these, I will go ahead and go over with you. So basically what I would recommend is, if you're going for the golden fish at this point, kind of be at the point where you're getting, you know, $5 to $10 million per second-ish. It'll really help because of how expensive this can get. But another benefit to this method is if you're trying to make the push from, say, reef fellas to marine dwellers, this can actually give you a little bit of a boost to get there quicker, because golden fish give a considerable amount of money and they sell for a lot more. And by a considerable amount of money, if I organize by rarity and I scroll down to where my golden manta ray is, that gives me $31 billion a day. A painted manta ray only gives 6 billion a day, and a normal manta ray only gives 3 billion a day. So essentially from this, I am making 30 times the amount that I would from a normal and 5 times the amount I would from a painted. So let's go ahead and go over the method. So we're actually going to be in preferably a completely empty tank because it gives us the most room to work with. Now, in Chillquarium, in your save file, there is something called a mercy timer. And what this mercy timer does is it basically functions like a gacha game would. If you're not familiar with what a gacha game is basically where you spend a premium currency to pull for specific units or characters. In this instance, what the pity system does is the more that you pull, the higher the number goes of the amount that you've pulled, the more likely you are to pull a high rarity character. So in this game, the pity counter is what's known as the mercy timer, and you can see all of this info if you look in your save file. There is a mercy timer, which is for the golden fish, and there is a rainbow mercy timer, which is for rainbow fish. Now the mercy timer for the goldfish, I've estimated the goldfish are guaranteed around 1,000, but I've gone as high as 20,000 before I've gotten a rainbow fish, so rainbow fish are considerably rarer. That's why I am making this method more for goldfish than rainbow fish, but this will work for rainbow fish too. It's just going to take a lot longer. So basically we want to push this number up to as high as we can in order to kind of quote-unquote guarantee that we can get a golden fish in the aquarium that we're hunting golden fish for. So in this instance, I'm going to be hunting for a giant golden fish. So before we start hunting, there is one more thing I want to go over. I'm going to go back to my giant aquarium really quick. When you are hunting for golden fish, it is beneficial to level up your golden fish until they are adult status, because what the game does is when you are rolling for golden fish, when you land on a golden fish, what it will do is the golden fish that you pull, it will check and see if you have that golden fish as an adult. If you don't, you're more likely to get a duplicate. Now, if you do have that golden fish as an adult, what the game will do is it will re-roll onto a second golden fish, and it will give you the fish that it re-rolls onto. So in my case, because I have these 6 giant fish at a golden rarity already, I am more likely to get one of the 19 others that I do not currently have. Okay? This is the same with rainbow fish, except rainbow fish work in a sense where if you have the rainbow fish as an adult, you will not get a duplicate of that rainbow fish. You will get a completely new adult rainbow fish until you have all of them, and then you can start getting duplicates again because obviously you have all of them. So it's not gonna, be able to not give you a rainbow fish. It's gonna keep giving them to you. But the main thing, of course, we're focusing on golden fish. I made sure all of my golden fish were grown. That way we had a higher chance of gaining golden fish that we're looking for. So let me go ahead and take my mercy timer off the screen, and we're gonna go over the method. So basically, like I explained before, for every fish we pull, our pity counter goes up by 1. Now, as of how the game is now, this pity system carries over between all 5 packs. So as you saw before, my pity was 36. So if I go ahead and buy 25 freshwater fish packs, and I open all of these, my pity now goes up to 100, and you heard that high-pitched noise. That means I pulled either a gold or a rainbow. It was a golden angelfish. So basically, since I pulled that golden angelfish, it reset my pity back to whatever the number my pity was at when I clicked on that rainbow or that golden angelfish. So basically now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into here, we're gonna go into our list of fish, we're gonna make sure it's on any or baby. We're just gonna sell all of them. The goal here is to try to get our pity up to around, I want to say 700 to 800. You can try to push it for 1,000, but just keep in mind that as you're pulling for these fish to get your pity up, every time you do get a golden, it's going to reset that pity number and you're going to have to start all over again. So I'm going to count that as 100. We're just going to claim all the fish. We're going to just keep going. Sell. Buy 25 more packs, and we're just going to keep this going. I'm going to go ahead and keep count as we go. Hopefully it doesn't reset the timer. That would be 200. Sell. Buy another 25. That puts me at 300. Sell if I can click the button. Now what we do not want to see, because we are hunting for a different breed, is we do not want to see golden packs, because those also reset our pity. So hopefully we don't get any rainbow packs. If you're actually hunting, or not rainbow, rather gold, hopefully we don't get any gold packs. Usually if you see gold packs, if you're hunting for that specific fish, it's a really good thing. But I actually have all of the gold freshwater friends, so I don't want a golden pack. So we're at 400, I believe. I got a golden pack, so we have to start over, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna keep going. So I'll count that as 100. We're gonna go ahead and sell these fish. I'm gonna try to get my pity up to 700 without getting a golden. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, so I went ahead and got my pity up to 800 here. This could take a little bit of time. You may get lucky, or in our case, unlucky, because we're going for other fish in a different type with golden fish. I went ahead and sold everything. So our pity is now at 800. So now that we have our pity high, we can come over here to our giants. I usually keep my space enough so I can buy quite a few packs. I don't think I'll quite be able to buy 10 at a time. I'll be able to buy 9 at a time. But the idea is, because my pity up here is at 800, I should be able to buy 9 packs at a time. And soon I will get a golden fish. So let's go ahead and open these. We got another giant squid. That's nice, but we're not looking for giant squid right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to our babies. I'm gonna go ahead and sell all. I know I was working on some of these, but I can get them back, and I already have quite a few of these anyways. I guess I was keeping that giant squid, so he's locked. That's fine. That was 9. That should have made our pity go up to 36. Let's go ahead and refresh the pity really quick just to double check. Oh, hasn't refreshed yet. Now, when you open your save file, it's going to update once every 60 seconds because that's when the game auto-saves. So if I open this up now, it should hopefully say 836, but we'll see. There it is. So I pulled 36 fish, 9 packs, I got a pity that went up by 36. So as you can see, it carries over between the different packs. And you can just keep doing this method and eventually you'll get your golden. So I have 10 packs bought. That's 19, so 76 fish. Go ahead and sell the babies again and keep going. As you can see, I've already spent 200 billion. So you do need quite a bit of money for this. For the giants specifically, because of how expensive the packs are. If you're going for the 3rd or the 4th pack, which is the Reef Fellas and the Marine Dwellers, it won't cost you nearly as much. It's more accessible. The giants are really difficult though because of how expensive they are, but that's okay. That's why we have quite a bit of money built up so we can start farming for these goldens. So that was 29 packs. And I'm hoping that I don't get a golden that I already have, but you technically still can. It's just, it depends on how lucky you get. That was 39 packs. So the pity is kind of building up. We should be approaching 1,000 if I had to take a guess. 39 is about 160 fish. So I'll round up, and then this is 200. And that sound means we either got a golden or a rainbow, which there is the golden. And it's one I don't have yet, so that works out perfectly. So that was 200 past 800. So that was basically 1,000. That was 1,000 pity. Because we did 200 fish past an 800 pity. So I'd say around 1,000 pity is when you should expect your golden fish, if you're going for it. Whereas if I had done just 1,000 straight fish, that would have cost me... That would have been 250 packs. 250 times 8 billion is, I believe, is 2 trillion. So instead of spending 2 trillion, I only spent about 400 billion. So I saved myself $1.6 trillion. But anyways, guys, there he is. The beautiful golden boy. I can add him to my collection. That puts me at 7 out of 25 giant golden fish, and we're well on our way to fleshing out our Pokedex. As you can see here, I did this entire method for all the freshwater fish. I do have these two, they're just still growing and I haven't fed them. And yeah, we're gonna do this for all the golden fish and hopefully in the future rainbow. Because you can do this method for the rainbow fish, it's just gonna take a lot longer because like I said before, I believe the pity for them is about 20,000. So it can be kind of rough if you're not super lucky. But anyways, guys, I will go ahead and leave a link to the Steam guide I have for this method down in the description below. If you guys would like to leave a like on this video, it shows the support and it helps me out. If you also want to subscribe to the channel, I may have future Chillquarium content for the future if more updates come to this game that I feel like I should cover. I will see you guys next time. Peace.